Yes. I know these guys have some flights to get to. Not you.
Not me.
You're here. You live here. So they can go first like every time, right?
Yep. We'll take player questions first, and then we'll do questions with Coach Ralph. So go ahead and ask some questions.
Yeah, Justine, how are you feeling from 3 today?
Pretty good. Been waiting for this. I think Jordyn is one of my biggest supporters when it comes to threes. Haven't been as hot as I was today, but every day she's like, just keep shooting. So I know, like, I have confidence from her and even Coach Ralph for sure.
What was the key to your rebounding success today, too?
I had no choice but to rebound today. So
Good
I knew for me to get what I wanted on offense, I needed to crush the boards.
Yeah, Jordyn, how does it feel to have so much, offensive output again this season?
It's incredible. I think we have a lot of really talented people on offense, and the fact that we share the ball so much and have the ball moving, and if someone's getting hot, we know they're getting hot, so we're going to keep going to them. And I think that just shows how unselfish we are, and the fact that we have so many pieces. So if one person's not having a great day, someone else steps up. But today we had a lot of people contributing, so that was really good for us.
And what did it mean for you to see Justine have a big game?
Like I said, she's our best shooter. Whether the stats say that, she shoots us from deep, she's our best shooter, and I tell her every day, I'm like, I don't care if you miss 150 shots today. You better shoot the next one, because I have absolute confidence in her, and not just her. We have a lot of shooters on our team, and it was just about her finding her rhythm today, and she did that. So obviously we were looking forward, trying to get her more shots, so that way we're going into this break with confidence, and then when we come back, she's going to have the same confidence. Right, Jess?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel being 11-1?
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go again.
All right, Justine, Jordyn, thank you for
Good job, guys.
Happy holidays.
Safe travels.
Congrats on the
All right.
Oh,
You flying up?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going tonight.
Bye. Bye.
I got a short drive home. I can't wait.
All right, we will take questions now for Coach Ralph.
Yeah, Shea, it felt like you guys did a good job taking Ariana Smith out of the game, and she's, the NCAA second leading rebounder. So what was the key in kind of shutting her down there?
I think when you talk about things like rebounding, number one, to me it's just effort and heart. And one of the things that I told Justine is, like, you just have to get yourself into the mix. She's huge. So even if she gets into the mix, she'll get a hand on the ball and maybe we'll get it. And that's the start. Just make the effort to get in the mix. And we talked a lot about boxing out and being intentional about making sure that we secured the ball before we went down on offense. And I think, too, I'm really glad that this game came when it did, because when we get into our season, this is going to be a huge point of emphasis for us. I don't think it's any secret that the SEC offensive style of play is basically punt the ball at the backboard, and whoever gets 20 offensive rebounds and shoots 30 free throws wins the game. So we're still not as big as I'd like to be. We've got a lot more pieces. We've got a lot more size, but we have to be very intentional about making sure that we box out and go rebound, and that will be for the rest of the season. So today was a good start.
Yeah, with Madison Green being out, what kind of adjustments are you making there?
I think it was too quick to make any major adjustments. The one we did today, if you looked at our lineup, we played a bigger lineup.
Yeah.
So we played Jordyn Oliver more on the perimeter. Mm-hmm. And moving forward, we'll probably do that. We'll have to be a little bit and more creative, number one, but also we need more people to step up and make contributions, and that's just reality. This happens all the time in sports. Injuries happen. And that's why when we practice, we talk about just make sure that you're ready. You have no control. They have no control over how many minutes they play a game. That's on me. They do. They can make me play them, but I get to decide who plays. And you never know, when you wake up that morning, if it's going to be your last game or if you're going to get to play the rest of the season. You just don't know that. And I get to talk to them through experience with that. So now as we move forward, we know Maddie's not coming back. She was a huge part of what we're doing. We need people that haven't been contributing consistently yet this year to step up and do so. And it doesn't fall on one person's shoulders. I think that's the beauty of it. We have people that can do it, so we'll figure it out and we'll get it done.
Was that an ACL for her?
Yes, it was.
And, what was it like for you to see, such a big game from Justine today?
I'm proud of her for contributing in the ways that she can, and that's important that she does that. So what does that mean? She needs to make shots because she is our best shooter. She is one of the best shooters that I've seen. And a lot of what she's gone through from the beginning of the season until now has been mental in terms of, and when you see good shooters go through slumps, that usually is the case. But it's not just that for Justine, about her game. I'm really glad she made shots, but she also has to defend and rebound if she's going to be able to consistently give us the output we need to win games. And that's just reality. Like she said, I'm telling them all the same thing. They don't have a choice. If you're not going to do it today, come sit next to me or my staff, because I don't sit down, and we'll find somebody who will. So I think they're starting to understand that a lot of those things, there's not drills for that. There's not a technique. There's not a tactic. It's either you go out there and you do it or you don't play.
Yeah, so obviously Jordyn had another really big game too. You know, what has she brought to your team all season?
I mean, how would you describe it? I wish I could remember what Tommy said today. It's like when she's one of those players, when you go out, just her presence on the court makes us better. Just having her on the court, her walking on the court elevates everybody else on our team. That is a priceless player to have. You need those players if you're going to have a winning program and a winning team, number one. And number two, all credit goes to her because she finally had a year where she could get healthy, not be rushed into getting healthy, and spend some time working on her game. And what I love for Jordyn is that she's seeing that pay off. And she talked about that when we came here. She's been hurt, and by the time she's rehabbed and get back on the court, it's time to play. She hasn't been able to develop as a player. So she's seeing that hard work pay off. And she'll tell you every day that this is her last year of basketball, and I want to make it her best year ever. And so far, for her, it's going pretty well. Excited for her. She deserves it.
What do you think that you guys need to do to make the NCAA tournament?
Win. Number one, but I don't talk about outcomes with the team. I don't talk about results a lot. I talk about the process of being a winner. If you want to be a championship team, you first have to have a team of champions, right? Like you have to have kids on your team that understand the importance of winning every possession. Even if you don't score or you don't get a stop, you still won the possession with the things that you can control. And so as we move forward now into the latter part of our non-conference season, we'll keep focusing on those things that we need to get better at. Like today, we were able to win the game, but there's no way we should have 20 turnovers. And most of that was just that we didn't value the ball, and they were lazy. And that's not, again, not a technique or a tactic thing. That's something that we just have to be intentional and play with purpose and know that it's not necessarily Dayton that we're playing against. We're playing against ourselves. Can we be better than we were yesterday, the game before? Because we're going to wake up one day and it's going to be LSU, Alabama, South Carolina. Pick your poison. And so the preparation is always about us before it's about who we play. But our goal has, Maddie's, it stinks that happened, but our goals aren't changing. And so as we move forward, we just have to continue to get better and make sure that we fill the gaps where they exist so that when we get into January, February, and especially March, we're playing our best basketball.
All right, Coach. Appreciate your
Yeah.
time.
Thank you.
I always
Congratulations on
enjoy
the
it.
win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Happy holidays.
You too.